You know, there's a lot that can be said tonight about SmackDown. And we saw a very main important thing happen tonight in the UK back again. And did this just make a very big change to Survivor Series? Oh, yeah. But the question is, how long? And maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but you'll see when I get to that part. But as we kind of got the SmackDown tonight, let's get through the show first where we talk about the most important part. And thank God for this change too. But we're going to start off with the show. As you know, we're a couple weeks away from Survivor Series. Shane McMahon came out making his entrance for, pretty much talk about Survivor Series. SmackDown is the A show, and we are the show. And Kurt Angle and Stephanie McMahon will pay for what they did to Daniel Bryan. But he'll be here next week, though. But he wanted to bring out, something from SmackDown that went into Raw last night and pretty much made their main event pretty much distract them, made Kurt Angle look clueless last night, and cost the Shield the Tag Team Championships as they put Raw under siege. The New Day. As the New Day came out, they did what they did for SmackDown, and we we did something to the Raw roster. They're looking in the eye of us now because they're gonna get their asses kicked at Survivor Series. And if Raw tried anything, they'd be the first back in line, for a beatdown on Monday. And Shane pretty much he did something for a New Day Rock's chant, but then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out as, Sami's doing that dance again during Kevin Owens' song, and pretty much said Shane's not cool, he'll never will be, trying to do the New Day dance. And Owens pretty much talked about Shane, that, you're just still bitter, about losing to him at Hell in a Cell, and he pretty much has his daddy issues, forced him to do this match. But Shane said, you guys have no loyalty to SmackDown. That's why you're not even on the team, and you couldn't even win your qualifying matches. You're not showing any brand loyalty. As Sami and Kevin were, said pissed about, lost to a low blow and everything. And it was an embarrassing match to why to qualify in the first place. And then pretty much said the New Day were puppets, and you're just gonna do anything Shane says. But Kofi Kingston pretty much called him a 1930s paperboy that looks like he doesn't go to the gym at all and doesn't lift anything, looking at his that was funny. And then pretty much Big E said that Kevin Owens has Sami Zayn's, he pretty much has his hand up Sami Zayn's butt so far that he gives him up his teeth and gives him a manicure, brushing his teeth. It was kind of funny. I'm sorry I don't get the joke all the way, but he brushes his teeth and gets a manicure, pretty much putting his hand so far up his ass. And pretty much Owens and Zayn says, we'll enjoy when you lose at Survivor Series and cost SmackDown. But Shane pretty much says, you know what, it's going to be Sami Zayn right now versus Kofi Kingston. Pretty much it was a good promo out there, but they're still trying to do this whole brand loyalty, which doesn't make sense. This is the only time they're going to show brand loyalty when Survivor Series comes, because it's like everything just drops and they say, hey, you know what, we got to fight for SmackDown now. But moving on, Kofi went against Sami Zayn, and a really good match to kick off the show. I like that move Kofi did where he pretty much hung on the ropes and then almost did like a senton, just hang on the ropes and senton over it, which is pretty cool. It was actually a really good match. Kofi Kingston got the one with a crossbody moonsault. Pretty much a moonsault crossbody for a win. Kevin Owens tried to attack him after that. New Day came in and hit the saved in. They went to Jinder Mahal. As he said, he was going to take out AJ Styles tonight, and as he prepares for Brock Lesnar, and said that AJ is the appetizer and Brock is the main course. And he said he's the Maharaja, I don't know, gender promo, whatever. I don't care half the time what this guy says, really, but we'll get onto that later on. Randy Orton wins Rusev. I guess Rusev had to win to see if he can be part of the Survivor Series team. Why is he going against Orton again? I don't know. English came out to sing Rusev Day, but once again Randy Orton beats Rusev clean. How many times do we have to see him lose to Orton by an RKO? This is kind of getting annoying now. So it's another loss for him. He's not part of the team. So who else do we put now part of the team? Because we know AJ has a match tonight, but who else are we going to put part of the Survivor Series team now, since they're not going to put Rusev? And they got to do something with Rusev, really, because why is he still losing to Randy Orton for? Even I'm thinking, like, can he get a win over him now? Like, how many RKOs is he just going to keep losing to him? So hopefully they do something with him soon. I guess him and English are a tag team, so that's really much the main thing, almost like a comedy thing a little too, but it just doesn't make sense really for Orton to just beat him clean RKO and, you know, hey, it's Rusev, there you go, RKO, nothing for him to do. I don't know, I feel like they bury this guy a lot on TV for some reason, and, you know, you're hoping for something good to happen, but it's kind of tough. James Ellsworth was cutting a promo in the back. Well, not cutting a promo, but pretty much outside of the women's locker room, looking for Carmella, but Becky Lynch came out. And then he pretty much went on to say men are better than women, superior, and this is Manchester, not Womanchester. And, you know, pretty much all she did get hurt in the match. And Becky Lynch had some ballsy statements. It's a shame you don't have any. So, very misogynistic promo from Ellsworth. Why? Just because? I don't know. Charlotte, Naomi, Tamina, and Lana are out for the match then for Becky versus Ellsworth as Carmella's with them. This match was... I don't know if the crowd was into it. And the UK is a good crowd. Maybe my TV was a little bit low. I know this show was taped early in the day, but the crowd was loud for it. But some of this, he tried to go for the no chin music and push Becky to the floor, and Becky won with the disarmer. And pretty much after that, Ellsworth tried to apologize to Carmella, but Carmella kicked him in the head. And I guess that they break up the team now, something. This match wasn't all that really, and I guess the crowd was into it a little to make up for it, but I don't know. Does this mean we've finally broken up Ellsworth and Carmella? And they made it work for a while, but now where does James Ellsworth go on from here if they really broken this up and Carmella's going back on her own? Which she doesn't really need Ellsworth anymore anyways, but where does he go from here? I don't know. So, we'll see. Charlotte was talking about Shane McMahon, so Natalya came up saying, I should take her place in Survivor Series, but she already has a match against Alexa Bliss. But Shane McMahon made a match for next week. Got to happen in Hell in a Cell. Title match next week. Charlotte versus Natalya for the title, and whoever wins goes to Survivor Series against Alexa Bliss. The Usos went against Gable and Benjamin, as the Usos came out saying Gable and Benjamin were chumps, and you guys think you're going to represent SmackDown, but y'all not, because we are. They're going to do it, and welcome to the Uso Penitentiary, and they pretty much punched Gable and Benjamin, which I did not get the ending of this in a way. It pretty much ended with Gable pretty much doing a leg sweep on one of the Usos, I think it was Jey Uso, and pretty much hurt his leg, which pretty much resonated to a count out. Which, in a way, why didn't they just get out the ring and throw him back in the ring to win the titles? I said, why are you just standing there waiting for the 10 count? Unless he was really hurt. But it was just count out, and that was it. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me, because, like I said, you knock his leg down. Sheldon Bender could have easily just threw him back in the ring and probably got the win on him. So this match was going somewhere, but the finish was just kind of odd. Unless, like I said, unless one of the Usos really hurt, but I don't know if it'll be a title match next week again for it, since it was count out. But even I expected a better match here, but you know, we're too soon for Survivor Series. It was already weird enough title change last night with the tag team titles, but you know, it's funny once these matches, because matches come up for Survivor Series, like a lot of title changes tend to happen. Because right now, you look at the card for Survivor Series, especially the title versus title ones, it's all heels, heel versus heel, heel versus heel. That's pretty much. And AJ Styles, he cut a promo in the back, saying I've always been overlooked and everything, but once people want to take me lightly, I've never been the biggest, but I will defeat the Maharaja and then beat the Beast at Survivor Series. AJ Styles went against Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship, which was an okay match, but pretty much the biggest highlight of the night, and we all know what happened. AJ Styles has won the WWE Championship. Phenomenal forearm, winning the match 1, 2, 3. So is the whole gender thing over? Thank you fucking God if it is. And a good move. Now we will see AJ versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series now. Now the question is this: Now, I may jump to conclusions. I'm trying not to, bring this down too much because we're all happy AJ won, and thank God they got the title off Jinder Mahal because I don't think anybody wants to see Jinder versus Brock in to begin with. This whole Jinder title run has been god awful. Like, you've already killed Nakamura, and I don't even want to speak on that. That just really killed Nakamura for everybody. He's just another guy on SmackDown. But I don't know if they have another India tour coming up or something. Now, here's the thing with AJ and Brock. Can this be a good, very great match? Yes, but knowing Brock Lesnar matches, I feel like this match is still going to go like anything under 10 minutes pretty much. I'd be surprised if it goes 15 minutes, but a lot of Brock matches are like 9 to 10 minutes. Do I think Brock Lesnar will beat AJ Styles? The question is out for that, but they got to make him look strong anyway, so they can make him look strong and go against Roman Reigns there and stuff. That's most reason why they still got the title on Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman, I know that Paul and Brock will be there on Monday because we're only like 2 weeks away from Survivor Series, so we'll see what they have to say now since Brock is going against AJ Styles. WWE Champion versus Universal Champion. Now, could things change in the next week or two? I don't know. I don't think it will, and I hope it doesn't, because I don't know if his title reign will be short term. I don't know if this AJ will hold the title till after Survivor Series. Hey, we don't know next week. Jinder, and God forbid, if he wins the title next week on SmackDown and somehow beats AJ, or maybe in the week after that, and he somehow gets the title back before the pay-per-view and faces Brock. I don't know, but overall, this is a fucking great move, really. To put the belt back on AJ. Okay, that's just great in general because we all knew how bad Jinder versus Brock would be, and I was hoping to God that those fans hijack that show at Survivor Series, especially during that match. But I don't think we have a reason to hijack now. At least this title change makes sense, because I looked at the card for Survivor Series at first and I said, half these matches make no sense. Because the match I was really looking forward to anyways for Survivor Series was the Usos versus Rollins and Ambrose, but they effed that up and made no sense last night having the Bar win the title. I'm not saying they would still have a bad match, but I was really looking forward to the whole Rollins and Ambrose versus Uso match. But AJ Styles, WWE Champion again, fucking awesome, okay? I admit I popped, I was happy, and I jumped up for a minute and I said, holy shit, yeah, he's the champion again. So yeah, that is really great to see that him be the AJ Styles the champion again. So we'll see what happens in the next week or two heading to Survivor Series. We'll see what Paul Heyman has to say on Monday, and we'll see what happens next week on SmackDown. Like I said, could the title be on the line next week when Jinder invokes his rematch clause, or the week after that? Alright, because I believe it is 2 weeks away from Survivor Series, so we'll see what happens. In my mind, I'm trying not to jump to conclusions and say this is a short-term thing for AJ Styles. AJ Styles being the champion. But we'll see what happens, because like I said before, no one wants to see Mahal versus Lesnar. Or maybe I'm wrong and it could still happen. But right now we have AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. But it's kind of like I said before this. I still feel like that match is going to be like maybe under 10 minutes still, somehow, some way. But AJ would do his best to try to make that match look good. But knowing Brock, we've already seen what happened with Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman. So I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is Raw Glaze, AJ Styles is the fucking champion again, okay? That's the main part for SmackDown. So that's pretty much the show. Tonight, biggest highlight tonight, of course, AJ Styles is the new WWE champion. So fucking awesome. So I'm out of here. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace. I'm going to go check out that Ric Flair 30 for 30 documentary. I really want to check that out. So I'm sure it's really going to be good. And I may just go watch 205 Live since the UK guys are on the show. Probably one of the only times I really am going to watch the 205 Live to begin with. So since they got the UK guys on there, probably a one-shot deal anyways. But hey, we'll see what happens. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace. Check out this review. Check out my Raw review. Check out live reactions for Bound for Glory and the review of that. So comment, subscribe. You know it's me, Speedy HOOD right here in the building. Someone check the title and someone check the files, cause you got your new WWE champion, and it is AJ Styles. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.